Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Join News Today with me, Sweetie Abochi. Coming up, Opposition National Democratic Congress to establish a gold board to regulate small-scale mining and scale of gold in the country. Ghana races against time to combat food insecurity. More in our climate focus reports for today. These and many other stories coming your way in this bulletin. You want to stay with us for details. As political parties proffer solutions to the Galam Menace in the wake of the destroyed forest and water bodies, Opposition National Democratic Congress says it will establish a gold board to regulate small-scale mining and the sale of gold in the country. Joy News has this week been reporting on illegal mining with prime focus on forests that were before now seen as protected areas but have been decimated by illegal miners. Speaking on News Desk earlier this morning, National Communications Officer of the NDC, Sami Jemfi, said the NDC will scale up the fight against illegal mining and prosecute anyone found culpable.
As mining will not be the preserve of NPP people or NDC people. Any Ghanaian who wants to go into legal, responsible mining will be allowed to do so. Just follow the law. We're going to set up what we call the gold board to regulate small-scale mining. We're going to decentralize the licensing process. You can apply and go through that process even at your district. And it is fair, transparent, but we are going to insist that you undergo the necessary training. We're going to help them even with the procurement of equipment and all that, but we will insist that you go through training on responsible mining and land reclamation. We are going to insist that you don't mine in water bodies. If you do that, your license will be revoked whether or not you are John Mahama's brother. This is not an NDC, NPP matter. Where things have got into, this is about life. This is about our sustenance, our survival. This is about the health of our nation. It's about the health of women, children. It is a human crisis, what we are confronted with. And so, take it from me, it is not going to be business as usual. And mark my words, read my lips. All the NPP government officials and apparatchiks who have been at the forefront of this shameless, evil, criminal, illegal Galam Menace will pay for their crimes. None of them will go scot-free. Mark my words, none of them. And I've told people in the good people of Cape Coast North, you vote for a Kwawusi to be your member of parliament, you're going for a by-election because he's a jailbird. There is no way that that guy will get away with the thievery of over 500 excavators, seized, in some cases from legal small-scale miners.
And it's still on the flag, the NDC. Its flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama, has blamed the lack of rainfall. John Mahama has blamed the lack of rainfall across the country on the mismanagement of Ghana's economy by the ruling New Patriotic Party. He's been addressing party faithfuls in the Kintampo South constituency as part of his 4-day tour of the Bono East region. And Asabit has more in this report.
The second day of former President John Dramani Mahama's Bono East tour began with a mini rally with the chiefs and people of Amoma in the Kintampo South constituency, where he used the opportunity to outline some key messages in the party's 2024 Resetting Ghana manifesto.
Now, share manifesto no more. Ya say region bia to say Bono East. You betcha asase kesiye near the Kania and Sio Bibia Basas and so. Ente wo a ye private businessman wo pese wo be see factory ye betwa asase ne bia ma wo no be see factory ne fefefe manso bia ni asase no so wo see wo factory a na mabu na e wo ha no no afa omo ejuma na omo so omo nya ejuma ye
The NDC flag bearer addressed a similar rally in Ayoya in the Kintampo South constituency, where he stated that the NPP administration's mismanagement of the country has attracted undue hardship to the people.
If you were training Ghana Asankonechi, Bibia say, Cocoa Yedekwa Manone Cotton, Ninda Atiaba from Cocoa Jumano Agu Afe Oma Maka Ababariye, Oma Ma Honchre Bibia Ayadin, Omo bad luck in tea, make me say, Omo bad luck in tea, so Afi insurance talk.
Mr. Mahama concluded his tour of the Kintampo South constituency by lashing out at NPP's way of handling the drip equipments, noting that the NPP do not have the rights to paste posters of its parliamentary candidates on the equipments which was bought by the taxpayers' money.
Meba, Enfidia, ya yesika yedi ato. Eye grader, payloader, any sa Enfidia yedi akwan. Ya Ghana yeto, any yedi ato. Yedi ama achiche ama district bia. Meba mi hu se ba ku gina kwemu. Parliamentary candidate or NPP ordinary poster aboso. Enye na fidia. Ghana for fidie. And you say party flag be bosso and as a candidate poster be etare ho a o de why poster different so.
Anna Sabit, Joy News, Kintampo South.
We stay a bit more on the NDC, and the parliamentary candidates for Pru East in the Bono East region, Emmanuel Buam, says the neglect of farmers is among factors mitigating economic empowerment of his constituents. He spoke to Joy News after visiting some farmers negatively affected by the dry spell in the constituency.
We can't go to farm. The rains are not coming. Yet, we have the largest man-made lake that passes through our community, and that is the Pru, the river, the Volta Lake, and the Pru River. These are all within our reach. Yet, there seems not to be any pragmatic effort from the government to help us unleash the potential we have in this part of the country. It is so sad. It is so sad. See farmlands. See our people, our farmers. See how they are lamenting. They have farmed all their life. All their investments are here, and there's nothing they can get out of it. We need support. I know and I believe that the incoming and the yet to be announced president of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has a very strong policy on agriculture and irrigation. And I believe that we are going to tap into that and make it.
Now, former Interior Minister Ambrose Derry is debunking claims that he's the said owner of defunct microfinance company DKM, Martin Dele, is a financier and member of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's team. Now, flag bearer of the opposition National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, during a campaign tour of the Bono region, intimated that Ambrose Derry had described Martin Dele not only as a member of the NPP, but a financier as well.
NPP for omo MP4 ne one more omo boja a press conference.
You remember back in 2016 when I was president, the NPP party and MPs held a press conference and falsely accused me of being the owner of DKM. Recently, the vice president Bawumia visited Nandom and was seen in the company of the real owner of DKM. The man he was with is in fact the true owner.
And the Koba said, DKM, I'm watching no. Yes, I branch in India. And Newafa, our young minister of Interior, Ambrose, Derry, or G2 Musa, DKM Ruano, or your MPP ni, now or you're one of the financiers of.
Former Interior Minister Ambrose Derry later admitted that the owner of DKM is a sympathizer of the NPP and one of the financiers of the vice president. The lies they spread about me have now been exposed. The owner of DKM is actually affiliated with the NPP. The money that was embezzled is what he is now giving to Bawumia for his campaign. Dr. Bawumia at the campaign.
The former Interior Minister Ambrose Derry joins us for a conversation. Thank you so much for joining us on the Midday News. Now, we've just heard there the former president saying that you were the one who said that the microfinance owner, DKM Martindale, is a member of the NPP and a financier of the party. You say this is inaccurate?
Very, very inaccurate. I'm so shocked at it. And fortunately, I spoke to your system, and Rafiq Salam interviewed me. First of all, I never said he was a financier of Baumia. In fact, he is not a financier of Baumia. You recall that his company was liquidated, and the liquidator took it upon himself to pay people who the company owed. He is not a financier by any means at all. And I also want to add that it is not true, as the president said, that Excellency Baumia worked with him. No, neither am I his uncle. Actually, we call upon the Nando now, Professor Dele, who is the uncle of DKM, because he is Martin Dele. And when the chief was presenting a white smoke to our flag bearer, Martin Dele helped to present it to us. He was part of the chief's team and not part of our team. Yes, I said he's a member of NPP in Nandom, but that is since 2016. When he was in business, he was not with the NPP. And so I'm so surprised that the former president had to tell so many untruths. I'm so sorry about it.
Just to be clear, you're saying that when he was a businessman, he was not part of the New Patriotic Party?
No, he was not.
Right.
Indeed, when he got problems, he consulted me as a lawyer. For those of you who know, I'm a lawyer. My law firm is Derry & Co. And that's when I got to know him. So he was not a member of the NPP.
But he is currently a member of the party.
He is from 2016.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for bringing us that clarity on the subject matter. In other stories, the 423 delegates of the Convention People's Party in the Ashanti region have converged at Nat Hall in Kumasi for the Presidential Congress. In all 16 regions, similar exercises are ongoing to choose a flag bearer. Former chairman Nana Frimpong Sapong and a legal practitioner Frimpong Yao Anoche are the two aspirants for the position. With only 3 months to go to the general elections, many party members are hopeful of making an impact with the right choice of a candidate. Nana Aljima has been interacting with the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the party, Emmanuel Buam.
Convention People's Party goes to the polls today, and in this election they are seeking to elect a flag bearer for the next general elections. I have with me here the chairman of the CPP in the Ashanti region, Mr. Gallo, and we'll be speaking more about today's election. Mr. Gallo, the election was to start at 9 a.m. It's past 11. We've still not commenced the election so far. What's delaying it?
There are some small hints that has taken place, and it has delayed us a little bit. Delegates could not get to the venue on time, and you know our transport system and the traffic. So we are just about starting it. That is what have delayed us, and I believe that in a sense that we have delayed a little bit, we are going to speed up everything and make sure that we get everything fast done.
We are about 3 months to the general elections, and it surprises me why the CPP is now electing a flag bearer when the NPP and the NDC, the people you seek to unseat, are already on the ground working. What delayed the whole of the process?
And let not anybody deceive you that the 3 months has delayed and everything will be late. No. Indeed, we are choosing somebody today that will lead this party, and we are almost at the peak of campaign. So whosoever that we chooses today, the only thing that we all have to do is we rally behind the person strongly, we move, and that we campaign strongly, and Ghanaians would indeed listen to us. The good thing about the CPP is that CPP is everywhere in the country. Every household knows about CPP. So campaigning and using the name CPP is not difficult at all.
Now, they will have two separate ballot boxes. One is a referendum for the change of the CPP constitution, and the other is to elect the flag bearer of this of the political party. Let me go back to Mr. Gallo. Now, you are also changing the constitution, so it means that the party is still reorganizing its ranks. How is that going to affect your chances of winning the next election?
It's not going to affect anything. You know, the party have constitution that we work with, just like any other political party. And looking at the party's constitution, by now we should have finished with constituency down to up to the up level. But the hinges, the troubles, the whatever that you can talk of has affected us to get to where we are today. But the good thing is that whatever that affected us, we have been in the position of, going through it and putting it behind us so that we can run today and do everything. What I mean is that, indeed, the referendum today, we have looked at it from afar and gotten to know that this party of ours that belongs to all of us, that is the CPP, you contest for a position twice and you cannot continue. That is indeed affecting the party, because it is always said that experience is the best teacher. So if somebody will contest for a position twice and he cannot contest again, it is allowing us to retire a lot of experienced people.
Anas Sabit joins us. Anas, it's good to connect with you. Earlier, we saw that reports on some of the claims that the former president has been making on the lack of rainfall, attributing it to mismanagement. What more has come to light on the activities of Mr. Mahama in the Kintampo South constituency? Anas Sabit, if you can hear me, what more is there to report on the activities of the former president in the Kintampo South constituency?
Has been sorry. We are into this yesterday in Kintampo. We spoke about the mismanagement of Ghana's economy, like you said in the report, has contributed to the recent price there in this of the country, and he has also been speaking about how the government has, abandoned some projects that that was inherited when he left office. Speaking about roads, including cocoa roads that have been abandoned, he added that once he's voted into office, he's going to ensure that all government-initiated projects will be, completed. He's not going to leave any project unattended when he has the opportunity to lead the country again. He also spoke about the trade equipment, which, according to him, this administration, particularly members of parliament in this part of the region, have their posters fitted on them. He says that is, not supposed to be so, because the projects or the equipment have been purchased with the taxpayers' money, and so government should this from system process of its candidates on the equipment. These are some of the things he's been saying. We are into the break and we are heading towards Senate East. We do Senate West and then wrap up with Atiba Mountain today.
Right, Anas Sabit, thank you for those details and updates. Now, moving on, flag bearer of the All People Congress, Dr. Hassan Ayariga, is urging Ghanaians to vote for the party in the upcoming December polls. He's optimistic that a vote for the two major political parties, that's the NDC and the NPP, is an endorsement of corruption and poor governance. Speaking at an event to outdoor the presiding bishop for the Christ White House Chapel International, Reverend Dr. Wolanyo Mensah, as his running mate, he stated that the party's resolve is to push the election into a runoff. And Prince Kudoga joins us live from the Nat Hall. Prince, that event has just ended. How did attendees receive the announcement of the vice president, of the running mate of Hassan Ayariga?
Well, Sweetie, the announcement was greeted with a lot of applause and, joy by the attendees here. Dr. Hassan Ayariga introducing his running mate, Reverend Dr. Samuel Wolanyo Mensah, who is the presiding bishop of the Christ White House Chapel International, who is also an economist, and then a banker. Dr. Hassan believed that this man will help him break the duopoly that we are experiencing between the NDC and the NPP. He believed that this man is the man who will help him to push the election into a runoff. He believed that this man holds the key to the economic challenges that we are facing. Now, Dr. Mensah, addressing the congregate or the people after his announcements, mentioned key sectors of the economy, mentioned corruption, the economy. He believed that if we are able to tackle corruption head on, we don't need to be at the IMF as we are at the moment. Touch on the economy. He believed that we are mismanaging the economy and other sectors of the economy. He's touched on illegal mining and other issues that are pertaining to the Ghanaian people. Dr. Hassan and Dr. Mensah believe that with the two collaboration, they'll push the next election into a runoff or win the election entirely.
Thank you so much, Prince, for bringing us those details from Nat Hall, where that event just took place. Now, over the past 3 years, onion traders who were relocated from Agbogloshi to Ajen Kotoku have struggled to sustain their livelihoods, and the traders face numerous obstacles, including the poor condition of the road to Ajen Kotoku, low customer turnout, and inadequate infrastructure. And these challenges have made it difficult for them to thrive in their new location, leading some to return back to Agbogloshi. In this feature, I explore the harsh realities of these onion traders and how they are actually navigating and adapting to their new environment. The onion market here at Ajen Kotoku is a lively hive of activity as trucks unload sackloads of onions to be distributed to intermediaries, wholesalers and retailers. But in the midst of the hustle and the bustle, stories unfold. First, I spoke with Alhaji Masawudu, the chairman of the Onion Sellers Association at Ajen Kotoku. He expressed that while the new location is manageable, there are 3 critical challenges hindering their progress here.
Because of the nature of everything, we have sanitation problem, we have bad road, and then the patronage. That's the 3 main issue. I mean, when we are talking about the road, it's a big problem, it's a big issue. We have from the main road, they are doing the road. And if you reach Midday, from Midday to Ajen Kotoku, that's the worst problem. And if you reach from 3 Junction to Ajen Kotoku, that's the worst problem. And then right now, all the trucks pass through Midday to this place. Some of the truck got spoiled through the Midday road to Ajen Kotoku. We often go and find a towing car from police. Yeah, to tow this truck to here.
Indeed, it seems the onion sellers are the only group to fully settle in the promised land of Ajen Kotoku. But what about the others? The tomato and yam sellers who were also supposed to relocate. Why haven't they followed suit? Meet Forgive, Dinah and Mercy, 3 onion sellers from Dodowa and Adam who regularly buy sacks of onions at wholesale prices here.
Every day no more to so. Baby, I do say so nyama na dada. Upto okofia na poto. Ubeton so endru sikano. Kaswa de ne ha de ni na bom.
I think the market at Agbogloshi was far better than here because it was a more centralized place for onions. That means more trucks, more onions at relatively lower prices.
At Agbogloshi, we could get a bag of onions for 300 cedis because it was more centralized. But because of the roads and the resultant increment here, we get a bag of onions for 1,500 cedis.
The relocation from Agbogloshi to Ajenkotoku was supposed to usher in a new era for the onion sellers, but the reality is far from perfect. As these sellers grapple with bad roads, dwindling customers, and logistical nightmares, the overarching factor of food inflation cannot be overemphasized. But what does the future hold for Ajenkotoku and its traders? Only time will tell if this promised land will fulfill its promise. And that ends the bulletin for this afternoon. My name is Sweetie Abochi. For more news, log on to myjoyonline.com to keep yourself updated and informed. It's bye for now.